Recall Newsom. There are many reasons to recall Gavin Newsom. In short, he has failed California and done very little to improve the lives of the people of California, while exhibiting his elite, biased, and egocentric manners so typical of our politicians today. Gone are the days of politicians who remembered that they were elected to serve their constituents. Gavin Newsom only seeks to serve himself, and we, the people of California, are just an annoy. Smugness and being Nancy Pelosi's nephew are not qualities we should seek for a governor. The Democrats are spending millions to protect Gavin Newsom from recall. The corrupt media and tech giants are circling the wagons to protect Gavin Newsom from recall. These people are lying about the supporters of the recall. They portray Gavin as being blameless for California's mismanagement. False claims of racism, white supremacism, and all the other false narratives are in play for those seeking the recall. Fake polls, fake stories, and all the other propaganda that are intended to create the illusion of Gavin Newsom as the best governor California ever had. Don't believe it. Let's look at some of the recent mistakes and elitist behavior of Gavin Newsom. Rules for thee, but not for he. After ordering us to remain locked in our homes, Gavin is dining at the French Laundry indoors, no masks, 22 guests sitting on top of each other, zero social distancing. Extreme government overreach, massive executive orders, acting without legislature. Imposed ongoing shutdowns, result, loss of small businesses, loss of jobs and massive economic damage to Californians. Unemployment checks to prisoners felons in the amount of $1 billion, why? No report of paybacks. $30 billion in unemployment fraud, all that money stolen from those that really needed it. $80 million wasted in billboard education plan to remind people to social distance. In employment to those who lost jobs due to COVID placed in hold, inefficient system, incompetence in action. Granting clemency for felons, those who raped and murdered, even committed heinous crimes against children. AB 5, affecting truckers and independent contractors, all because the governor was seeking more tax money. Highest homeless rate in our nation with no actual solutions, just throwing more money away on useless programs. Infringements of our Second Amendment rights, the mistaken notion that criminals didn't adhere to the laws. Countless new gun and ammo laws in law-abiding citizens are penalized. Highest state income tax in our nation, smart people and companies are fleeing to other states. Win of the highest state sales tax in our nation, more tax money to waste on nonsense. Win of the highest state property tax in our nation, again the desire for more money to fund useless programs. Prop 13, attempting to restructure equals increased property tax, screw the home and property owners. Highest vehicle registration costs in our nation are our roads, bridges, and highways in good shape. Highest poverty rate in the nation. Water tax, diverted for Newsom's pet projects, while farmers struggle to grow food. Prop 47, reduces felonies to misdemeanors of violent criminals, how safe do you feel? Constricting ability for law enforcement to do their jobs, defending police is destructive wokeness. No longer illegal, not to help an officer in need leaves police on their own. Highest gas tax in our nation before the coronavirus. Is it going to maintain our roads? No, it goes into that black hole of govt waste. Teachers no longer can discipline disruptive students. Government overreach, example, overruling vote of the people to reinstate the death penalty, and the list goes on. Redirecting the gas tax as promised it wouldn't be. Not being used for improving our infrastructure, roads, dams, bridges. Funds for the bullet train to nowhere, funds being diverted from other areas of need and from the new gas tax. Refusing to set up water claims system with taxes collected to do just that, another false promise. PG&E power outages and threatening to take over PG&E, all caused by state mismanagement. $20 million of your tax dollars directed to study vaping. Whatever made anyone think it wasn't good for you? $1 billion purchase of faulty masks from China instead of American-made. $315 million taxpayer dollars in second order of masks from same China company. $1.3 trillion state debt. Fighting to stop our Central Valley farmers from getting the water they need. Failure to pay his own property taxes. 4% salary increase for Newsom and state lawmakers in 2019. 10% pay cut to all state employees in 2020. Newsom and state lawmakers still making 6% more. Retroactive income tax planned on folks making $1 million or more. Fines for hiring tutors or teachers to help children with distance learning. Puts teachers' union interests over those of children and families, including CRT and sex ed for kindergarten students. $12 million wasted in sleep train arena to take care of COVID patients, only 9 people were treated. Federal COVID-19 funds sent to California, being used for homeless instead of education, medical, safety, and security. Executive order to phase out gasoline-powered cars by 2035. Infringements on our First Amendment rights to protest and worship. Forces lockdowns preventing the right to worship, even singing. Dismantled death chamber and redistributed death row inmates through the system. Release of violent criminals, 8,000 is now on track to hit 18,000, how safe do you feel? Millions are still waiting to receive unemployment checks from more incompetence. Approved statewide rent control, when it was voted down Gavin knows better. Public safety is being deliberately ignored, the elite in government view us as an annoyance. Ability to raise the gas tax at any time without voter approval, Gavin wants us never to go anywhere to save the environment. Seeking billions of dollars in collateralized loans from China. Zero accountability and transparency on spending, try to find out where your tax dollars are being squandered. You won't hear this information from the propaganda media. Don't believe what you only hear from the fake news. Use your eyes and your brain to observe what is happening to you and California. Don't think for 1 second that Newsom, Nancy Pelosi's little semi-socialist nephew, is ever going to do anything that helps you or your family. He is only concerned for himself. Gavin Newsom. Vote to recall Gavin Newsom. Do not believe the fake media and the Dems BS. Save your future. Save California. Recall Gavin Newsom.